Welcome back to American Taste. My name is Josh. I'm an American living here in Cork, Ireland, and it's a really gray and rainy day here in Ireland today. So I thought, what better than to have some Irish comfort food? It's probably more well known as a UK dish, but it is still super prevalent here in Ireland, and we really don't have it as a common thing in America. That dish I'm talking about is the sausage roll. So I went and got a few different ones here for me to try out, to taste with my American palate, see how they really stack up for someone who was born and raised in America, and yeah, just give them a taste. The first option I have here is from Centra, which is sort of a convenience store here. And one great thing about Ireland is all of the convenience stores and grocery stores all have bakeries in them. It's just super common. So this is like actual pastry around sausage. I'm excited to try that. It's very common. It's probably the most common eaten one. This one is a take-home bake one from one of the grocery stores here in Ireland. So I had to bake this myself in the oven, but it was pre-made pastry and sausage once again. And then behind that, I actually have a special one from the same grocery store. It is a black pudding sausage roll. Black pudding is what we in America would know as a blood sausage. It's not very common in the States, though you can find it in some places. Definitely way more common over here. I've only had black pudding once in a breakfast sandwich, so I haven't really had much of it, but I'm excited to try it in this format. Hopefully it's really delicious. We'll see. And then the last one I have is a bit nicer. It's from a bakery here, a local bakery called the Grumpy Bakers. It is my and my wife's favorite bakery here in Ireland. It's delicious. I'm so excited to give this a try and see if it's just even better than the other ones are. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to start on this end and work my way through, giving my feelings and my ratings. I'm excited to try it. Here we go. Okay. So first of all, it tastes great. The pastry is really good, as pastry almost always is here. It goes well with the sausage. I understand why it's so common. You can't really go wrong with that flavor. One downside is the sausage itself. One thing I've learned here is the sausages are not the same texture as sausages in America, for instance, or even like in Germany. The sausages there and in America have a more sponginess to them, a bit more hardiness to them, and not as soft or as mushy. And they have a bitter snap on the casing that the sausage is in. This one is a bit more like just a traditional Irish white pudding sausage. A bit soft, a bit mushy. And with the pastry around it, it helps that texture a bit, but it also kind of shows itself more when you bite through the crispy pastry, and then all of a sudden it's kind of soft and mushy on the inside. Not great. So I'm hoping the other ones don't have that as much. That being said, it was still really delicious tasting. So I'd probably give it a 6.4 if I was going to give it a rating out of 10. 6.4. All right, I'm going to move on to the grocery store take home a bake one. Okay. Already, the sausage is more spiced than the first one, so there's way more flavor. I'm going to show you what these kind of look like now that I've taken a bite. So there's a large gap there between the sausage and the pastry, and there's still a gap in this one, but it's actually much more filled in on the other side. The sausage is just much larger. So that's really good. It's much more filling and hearty that way. Plus, there is a bit more snap on the casing and is a bit firmer of a sausage. So all the issues I had with the first sausage were mostly taken care of on that second one. Tasted a lot better. The pastry was about the same, I would say. But yeah, both of them were very delicious. That one just had a bit better sausage on the inside, so I'm going to give it a 7.1. Happy with that. I think I'm going to jump ahead to the Grumpy Baker sausage roll now, and I'll save the black pudding for the last. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a bite. I'm hoping that the pastry on this one is significantly better than the others, and I'm also interested in the sausage because it's just a smaller piece, so the sausage isn't cut, and it fills the entire thing. So I'm interested to see the difference in all of this. Interesting. Okay. So even though this is from a bakery, there's actually less pastry, especially compared to the amount of sausage. So you can now see that there, it's only like a layer or two of pastry on the top and on the bottom, and a large piece of sausage. The sausage is much better. It is still a bit more of that Irish softer sausage. I believe they use offal in their sausage here, um, which in the States, the only time we ever really hear about offal is in haggis. If you ever hear about haggis, the Scottish dish. Basically, it's all the other parts of the inside of the animal that don't necessarily get used as much in the States in sausage, which just adds some softness to the meat. I don't mind the flavor of it. I like it, and I don't think it really bothers me at all. But that being said, it does lend the sausage to being a bit softer here, but the flavor of the sausage is significantly better. The pastry is really nice. It's just crisp all the way around. It does feel like it came from a nicer place. That being said, there's something about this first or the second one, because of I think the sausage to pastry balance was a bit nicer, that I don't think I would differentiate too much between them. I might even go for this just because of A, the price, and B, the size of it. There's just more to it and you get more of them for the price. So for this sausage roll from the Grumpy Bakers, which I absolutely love the Grumpy Bakers in general, but for the sausage roll, I'm going to give it just an 8.3. Or sorry, 7.3. Yeah, this is 7.1. I would bump this up to a 7.3. It's still solid and I would still enjoy it, but it's not quite as good as the one in the middle. Now we're going to try the other one from the grocery store, which is the black pudding sausage roll. I'm interested to see if I like this more because there's a bit more flavor or because of the texture or anything else. Here we go. Sorry, that got a little messy on that bite. Okay, yep, I like the flavor so much more. Black pudding really does spice up their sausage game here. I'm not sure what else goes into making black pudding beyond adding blood, but it does have significantly more flavor than most of these sausages. The pastry itself is the same as the grocery store pastry. The sausage fills it in, fills the pastry well, as you can see there. I think this is my favorite, actually. Yeah, I would say this is probably my favorite. The pastry's not quite as good as Grumpy Baker, but the sausage is better. And again, it's cheaper, which is always nice. And for a comfort food, that's kind of what you want to go for. I think I'm going to give it a 7.5. Yeah, 7.5 for the black pudding, making it my favorite of the sausage rolls. These are actually really good. As an American, not really having something like that specifically, like the closest we would have would be pigs in a blanket, which are just little mini sausages. A lot of times people just use hot dog and cut it into pieces. And then you put it inside pastry, put it in the oven. But it's also not quality, super high quality pastry. So with that really being my only way to judge it before, or I kind of compare it to an American food, this is significantly better. I'm surprised we haven't done this in America, especially because I think our sausages are a bit better in America, which might be heresy over here, but I think it's true. Our sausages are much more like German sausages than theirs are, and I think German sausages are probably the best sausage. That being said, I am surprised this hasn't been taken over to the States yet and popularized. Tell me if I'm wrong if you live in a city in the U.S. where you've seen this popularly or people eat them popularly. But yeah, I haven't seen it much, and it would be popular for sure. It's really delicious. So give it a try if you're ever over in this part of the world. I suggest it. With that being said, please like, subscribe, comment down below if you have other video ideas or other things you'd like me to try while I live here in Ireland. I'm down to try just about anything. I love trying other cultures' foods and seeing other people try other cultures' foods, which is kind of what gave me the idea to do this. So yeah, let me know what you want me to see me. Let me know what you want to see me try, and I will gladly do so. Thank you so much, and have a great day.